What's up, everybody out there on YouTube? My name is Bryson Michael RC, and right here is another Thursday of 3D printed cosplay. You can see on this behind me, my shelf is getting pretty packed full. In fact, I don't know where to put everything. At least not that fits in frame, because there's another 2 layers down here that you guys don't even see. So I'm gonna have to start kind of cycling this through and changing up my background until I get another shelf to put right over here. This weekend is just a little bit different. I do not have a process video for this because I didn't really do any process. There's really, and I'll tell you guys the step-by-step process that I did, but there wasn't any sanding, there wasn't any wet sanding, there wasn't any Bondo, there wasn't anything like that. There was just printing, gluing it together, and then spray painting it. That's all I did. And the reason being is because the texture of it, I wanted to keep kind of that texture on it and kind of keep it a little bit rough and stuff. So anyways, show you guys this right now. One of my favorite props that I've made so far from one of my favorite movie anthologies of all time. I was a fan of this ever since I was a young lad. The Facehugger. Boom, 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 boom. Oh! Oh! This right here is the Facehugger from the movie Alien. Well, Aliens, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, Alien vs. Predator, whatever you want to look at it, or the Dark Horse Alien comics, which I was a huge fan of when I was a kid. I read the Alien Dark Horse comics. They were my favorite comic books of all time. In fact, I read them well over any of these comic books here. You know, it was all about Alien, all about Predator, and when they made the Alien vs. Predator movie, I about shat myself. Anyway, so my sister is actually an Alien fan herself, and she asked me, I didn't even think of this, she asked me, could I make a facehugger that's a life-size facehugger? And I said, I don't know. So I looked on Thingiverse, and the link will be in the description to this. I looked on Thingiverse, and lo and behold, there was a life-size facehugger with movable arms. Check that out. Every one of these arms moves. Bam, 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 bam. And you can actually get it to wrap around your face if you want to, and even put the tail around your neck. But I'm not going to do any of that. I'm going to just kind of show you guys this. It's very, very fast and easily painted. There's a few people online with this that you guys can look at. I would tell you one of the reasons why I didn't paint this and spent a whole lot of time bondoing it and stuff like that. This little step is because this isn't really accurate to me. And I'll show you guys the print really close up. You can see all these ball joints where it allows it to move around and stuff, and makes it about as accurate as you can get it in a life size when it comes to like coming around you. But the actual Alien itself doesn't have the ball joints. It has a lot bigger claws on it, and this was one part that I was really kind of upset about when I did make this. This part right here is actually a lot bigger. It's supposed to go into your mouth, and this looks a lot different than this. This looks like something that I'm not going to mention in this video because my son is standing right behind the camera. I'm not going to be inappropriate. I love the Alien. In fact, well, I don't have it up here. It's actually in the back right now. I have the Xenomorph alien head that I wanted to make a real huge one, and I'm still debating on making a huge one kind of coming out of the wall or something. I'm not sure about it. This is a fitting tribute to the Alien movies that I love so much, because these things are scary as hell. And the funny part is I had this hanging up, painting it. I had to hang it up like this out on my front porch, and there was a wire coming down, and the tail was hanging up attached to the wire, and this was just kind of hanging out in front of my front porch like this. It looks like a gigantic arachnid from the streets. And I had so many people drive by, go around the block, and then drive by slow. Right when I put it out for the first time, I put it out and I was standing on the front porch, and a cop drove by, put on his brakes, and just about broke his neck trying to look out and see what it was, drove around the block and slowed down and looked at it again. I mean, this is something that turns heads. A lot of videos that I've seen online of this, a lot of people said that this is the one 3D print that they have in their house that turns heads, that everybody asks about. And when you got a life-size facehugger, everybody knows it's an iconic animal. Well, arachnid, alien, I don't know, but it's iconic from a cult film, you know, series classic, comic book classics. I mean, this is one thing that is widely recognizable by a lot of people, and I had to have it. Tell you kind of the process itself. When I put this together, I didn't know that there were specific pieces that went together. I thought there was, you know, these pieces were all the same, these pieces were all the same, and these pieces were all the same. So all you had to do is glue these two pieces and these two pieces. But what I ended up doing is accidentally gluing the wrong pieces to the wrong pieces. There is actually a top and a bottom to each side. There's a top and a bottom to each side of each one of these. So there's only, you know, 8 of each piece, and you know, and then the tops, bottoms of 8. You know, and they come out on a print where it says 2 legs or something. They're all kind of just next to each other, and I didn't know that, and so I glued them together. I had to do a lot of dremeling around the balls to get them to fit on because I thought it just wasn't fitting right. But then I figured it out, like at 2 legs left, I figured out that they actually have a top and a bottom, and they fit together perfectly. So it's a really good print, really good ball joints. Whoever designed this did a really fantastic job on the design. Fits together perfectly. Everything moves around. And I've got paint and stuff on it, so mine doesn't move around all that good right now. I still got to break some of the paint apart. But what I did is I hung it up, and I'll show the paint right up here, just a bottle of the paint. I took this paint here, and I basically I hung it up. It was painted in clear Solotech PLA. And when I hung it up, I sprayed it with that first layer. It's like a tannish, whitish, just an off-white color. And then what I did is I went in with a black, and ooh, I got attacked by a bug right in my ear. What I did is I went into the joints, which you guys can't really tell now, but I went into the joints and I sprayed each joint with black on both sides to make the joints a little bit more prominent. And then I went back over it lightly with the same off-white color. And then after I did the off-white color, I just took the black and I barely pushed it down to where it was like spots coming out. Like you can see it more predominant there, where there's just spots coming out, and I lightly misted it. And then I took the original color again, the off-white, and I misted it again. And I just kind of kept blending those two colors together until I got a really rich like texture where it wasn't just one solid color, but it actually got some depth to each piece. Just wasn't one solid color. I've seen a lot of these online, and they mostly are one solid color, but they're not one solid color. These come in a whole wide range of colors, but I think this is about as close as you can get. They come out and they've got like placenta or something all over them. They come out of an egg and they got like all this gooey stuff. So I tried to put some crystal clear enamel all over it to make it shiny. And when it's in the light, you can kind of see it. I think I needed just a little bit more to make it more shiny, because this needs to almost seem wet. These guys are almost wet. In fact, you can see it under here, the enamel, how shiny that is. It still needs some more on it. It needs way more shininess to it. And this one's one of them that I didn't put together right. So, you know, you can tell the ones that go up and they stay, and then the ones that just kind of fall down. The ones that kind of fall down are the ones that I had to Dremel on the ball joint and stuff. So if you're gonna make this, make sure that your pieces go together right, the tops and the bottoms. Another thing that you can see when I go up close, I dremeled this one here, or actually that's a better looking one. See how thin it is? None of them are this thin, but since it mismatched, you can see on the back side of this, right here is a line where it mismatched, and I dremeled it down to even it out. And I was going to spend a lot of time smoothing this out and making this right, but I just couldn't get them to, you know, do what I wanted them to do. And then I realized that I was doing it wrong, so I didn't do it to the rest of them. I think this one here, you can see that line right there. You shouldn't be able to see that. So another thing too, with these having moving parts and having ball joints and stuff, you just can't glue right there on the end. And I mean, you could Bondo that really easily, but if you're moving it around and stuff, it's eventually gonna, you know, bust the seam again anyways, and you just kind of reapply glue every now and then. That's just the thing about moving parts. You know, moving parts on plastic they expand and contract, and eventually you're going to pop that again. So I didn't want to waste too much Bondo on it when it wasn't going to do much. With the paints and stuff, as thick as I put them on, I'll get it up as close as I can. The 3D filament lines are not that bad. Plus this had a little bit of the webbing and stuff left in it. You can see some hairs there, some over here, and I actually like that as part of the detail. I kind of almost imagine this is one popping out like in the middle of a swamp and got some stuff on his arms and everything, and just looks totally killer. I mean, I love this thing, and I'm gonna make a few other ones. My sister wants one. Now that I've made one, I have some experience on it. My sister wants one. I want another one because I want to kind of hang them up next to each other, and I want to do one to do it right. And I want to make one bigger because this is actually even bigger than this. You can see it compared to my face here. This actually takes up your entire face. So it would actually be from my hand here to about the top of his head that's here would be about right there. So it can still be even bigger than this. But for a shelf or something, this is about as big as you want it. I mean, life size as big as you want it. But you can make them even bigger, and I plan on doing that. And I think if you made it bigger, the ball joints and everything would probably work a little better. If you made it smaller, it would probably be worse. So it's pretty late tonight. People are trying to sleep in my house and stuff, so I haven't gotten all overexcited, yelling and screaming about this one and stuff, so I apologize about this. I am enthusiastic about this. I am excited about this. I love this model. I didn't spend a whole hell of a lot of time on it. Basically, I put it together, got it done printing, started gluing it all together, and then I put it out on the front porch and just kind of took my time while I was working on something else. I came out and would put a layer of spray paint on it, and then I'd go work on something else. Like I was in the middle of working on this one and redoing the paint on this one, and I would just walk over. And one time I had the off-white color, and I was misting one side of it, and the mist went through, and the Darth Vader was setting about 5 feet away from it, and the Darth Vader ended up getting off-white mist on it, so I had to redo the entire thing when it was almost done. That was one of the problems that I had, which was my own fault. Like I said, most of the mess-ups and stuff while I'm making these things are my fault. So I don't know, I can't say enough about this. This is amazing, and it's cool that I have one. And I think my sister's going to be excited about getting one. I might make it bigger for her, because I think I might give it to her for Christmas or something. I think that she would really enjoy having this creepy face hugger arachnid in her house. It's so legit. What do you guys think? I did the color pretty good. See how there's multiple colors all through here going up. I'm going to show you guys the tail. You can see how the tail's super long. The tail takes the longest to print because there's just a ton of little pieces to it. Oh yeah, I tipped the tip of it in black, so just kind of sprayed the tip. You can see down on this side the different speckles of black on it. Show you guys the arms. Tried to get some of the tips darker, a darker shade. They should be bigger claws, but it goes perfectly themed with this thing, because look, there's space, 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 space. And then if I had my actual Xenomorph up here, there would be even more, so it's pretty legit. You want to say anything, Braden, while you're here?
This could be for me. And those aliens are from Earth.
Oh, those aliens? Oh yeah, because they're from Pizza Palace or Pizza Place or something like this. Some Pizza Planet. Pizza Planet!
Yes.
That's what it is. So, anyways.
And Earth.
Oh yeah, that's from Earth too. Anyways, my name is Bryson Michael RC. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's cosplay 3D print. I really enjoyed it. Right now I'm working on Ant-Man and I'm working on Iron Patriot. Whichever comes first, July the 4th or not July the 4th. If July the 4th comes first, next Thursday. Is it before next Thursday? I don't know. I don't know the dates. So the Iron Patriot is going to come out on the week before the 4th of July. Because it's the red, white, and blue, and then the Ant-Man should come out before that. The Ant-Man is still in the bondoing process. The Iron Patriot is damn near done. Face thing done. That thing is finished. It looks really good, doesn't it?
It's called the face mask.
So I had to do some painting and do the saddle today and all sorts of stuff on it. So I've been having fun making these things. Back in business, printing. That's it. That's a face hugger. I'm Bryson Michael RC. hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button so you guys can get a new video coming out every single Thursday, a new cosplay. Oh, I was going to change the dates on it, wasn't I? I was going to do not every Thursday, but just, now we'll just keep it to every Thursday. And if I miss one, I'll just tell you, and I'll put one out late. That's how we'll do it. If I need more time, I'll just tell you. You guys understand, right? Now, I am going to go have... because these things lay eggs in you and then they pop out of your chest. That's what Spider-Man in the new Avengers was talking about.
Oh, yeah.
He kept going, "Please don't lay your eggs in my chest." That's what he was talking about. Right here. Right here. He thought Manus was a face hugger.
Because of the antennas.
Yep. Anyways, guys, my name is Bryson Michael RC. Next to me is Braden Games 959. If you guys would like to go hit a subscribe on his channel, he's going to be doing reviews of every one of my prints here soon. He's going to do like a video a day here soon. He's just kind of getting around to it and stuff.
I already have one.
And he's got one of them on there. He reviewed the Stormbreaker. And he's going to be reviewing all these kind of like toys just to review the print and everything. And he helps me out a lot of these too. If he's not helping tape and he's not helping paint, he's helping giving me just sound advice, and he's always helping me psychologically because he sits there and talks to me while I'm doing boring taping. He's showing me videos while I'm doing boring this or boring that, or he's out talking to me while I'm doing spray paint. So Braden's there step by step 100% of the time, and here really soon, the next print actually that's going to be printed on the Anycubic i3 Mega, I told him he can pick out and he can set up the G-code. He knows how to run the printer. The last couple Ant-Man prints that I did, the last few pieces of the Ant-Man print, he actually printed them. He actually went over there and pushed the button. He got it preheated, got it set up, pushed the button, got it running and stuff. So I told him now that I trust him on doing prints, basic prints, he knows where to put the SD card and stuff, then he's going to be able to do prints of his own, and he should be doing his own prints. We'll be switching them back and forth. So I may be doing these every other Thursday. If we do that, he's going to do a print one week, I'll do a print another, and I'll be doing them every other Thursday. And he'll, we'll just kind of go back and forth. I'll help him out, he can help me out, and we're just going to have fun making prints. But anyways, until next time, guys, we'll see you guys later. Y'all have a good one.
Please don't put your eggs in me.